Oh, you made the scones.
Yes, I did. That's what I just said. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Cheeky Ladies Baking Challenge. Okay, so today's video is the second recipe, I don't know what I keep doing here, second recipe in the book, British Cake Recipes, which was totally not British, by the way I just said that. And the second recipe is scones, which we are going to do today. And truth be told, I have gone down the scones path before, not once, twice. And I'm pretty sure that they both came out like spackle. It wasn't any good. It was no bueno. Let's just say that this time I have my fingers crossed, got my toes crossed, and I am going to do the best that I can here. And yeah, we'll see. What's the worst case scenario is it comes out terrible and we have a good laugh and y'all get another giggle at me and we move on to next week's recipe, which I'm not telling you what it is because you gotta get the book or you gotta wait and find out. Just saying. However, in today's video, I'm going to be having my usual cup of tea since we are, celebrating the British today. And today's teacup was dropped off to me the other day from my girlfriend Teresa, who is one of the two girls that I am in this British baking challenge with, and I love her to pieces, and she brought me this just as a little surprise, and it says, "Love yourself." I am stoked. She knows I love mugs and she knows I've been personal growth, self-development challenge for the past 2 years. So I super appreciated this, Teresa. Love you to pieces. And today's tea, which I thought was appropriate for today, is Honey and Sons. And you know how much I love the color pink. So this tin actually attracted me because of the color and because I thought it was pretty. But it is green tea with coconut and it is divine. Oh god, they come in little sachets and they are delicious. This is one of my favorite teas, anything from Honey and Sons actually. So let's get on with the program. Okay, so right now I am measuring out my flour and I know my mom's gonna yell at me because I didn't sift it. Hi mom. So everybody make sure you write down in the comments, hi mom, so she doesn't yell at me too much. But this is 1 cup and I use the White Lily, the light baking flour. So 1 cup, it's supposed to be sifted, but we're gonna pretend. We're gonna go with it. Maybe that's my issue, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, right? And it's always a good idea to wear black or dark color, especially when you're doing flour. Then you get stuff all over you, it's great. Baking powder. Okay, so I have my baking powder. Let's measure that out. Usually helps to open it, Christine. 2 teaspoons. I'm gonna level it off. Okay, so now we're gonna add the butter, which is cold, and we are going to dice it and then add it to that so that we can get kind of like a breadcrumb mixture, is what it says. You're so hoping, people. We need 3.5 tablespoons, and this is 4. So we are going to take off just a little bit in the end. That's fine. Perfect for toast in the morning. So let's cut it into little squares, dice it. Have y'all been baking? Have y'all been doing stuff with me? Like, what are you guys baking? It's been so much fun just trying something new, which I love to do. But then again, okay, truth be told, I also at the beginning of COVID, which is funny because again, this comes right back to Teresa. I bought one of those at home needle. It was like a needle point with the round, what is the wood round called that you put the fabric in there and then it has the print already on it. And I bought it and it already came with the yarn and everything. Yeah, I've yet to do that because I was like, okay, yeah, that looks difficult, forget it. So who knows, maybe one night I'll have enough cocktail in me that I'll try to see what that happens with. Now we're going to go ahead and mix this in our handy dandy KitchenAid. If you don't have a KitchenAid, use either a, what's a pie thing, handle, and it has all the slats, or you could even use a fork. I remember my grandmother used to do that once in a while, but yeah, we're just gonna use this. And I have the whisk attachment on it so that we're not blending it too much. We're just kind of breaking it up, and then we can always do the rest with our hands. best tools you got. All right, let's get that going, and then while that's going, we are going to measure out our sugar and get that ready. So I would say this is close, but we still have big clumps of butter. So we are going to mash it up a little bit more and use our fingers. I'm somewhat getting there. Hopefully you guys can see this, but do you see how it's kind of like clumpy and it's not sticking together? That's what we want, I believe. Because you know, I'm a scone expert. Total scone expert. So now we're gonna take our milk and our 1 egg and we are going to combine them together. And if you remember from the last cooking show, because I'm just so good at this, right? Expert. We always break our eggs into another vessel. And another thing I learned, don't throw out your eggshells. Either save them for compost or clean them out, dry them out, and then crush them and put them in your garden. And the calcium is really good for plants. So I have started a little Tupperware over there with all of our eggs, which I usually keep like in hot soapy water. And then once a week I dry them out and I just pulverize them in the coffee grinder. So I'm gonna go ahead and mix this because that egg looks good. Ooh. Expert. Okay, close enough. So now we're only gonna add half, and I'm just gonna take my beater and just do the rest with my hand. And we want a soft but not sticky mixture. And this is pretty sticky. So we're gonna add the rest, because that's what it says to do anyway. And we are just total rule followers. I'm gonna put this back on just to blast it off. It doesn't sound right. Now there, I didn't even bring the bowl up. I just left it all the way down so that the whisk could spin off all the extra batter. And then we will go ahead and resume with our spatula. Scrape down your sides and let's see where we're at. So soft but not sticky. I mean, it's soft. I wouldn't say that it's sticky, but it's batter. So now we are going to put some flour on our table here. And this is my handy dandy. Wait, oh, let me show it off. My husband made this. So our best friends have a wood shop in the backyard, and my husband and her husband made 2 cutting boards out of some, I think they were crates from when we had the stone delivered for the pool. So I love this thing. It's sentimental to me. I love it. I use it every day for something, and it just makes me smile. You know, I love when you can get things made by family and friends. I mean, they're not even our friends, they're our family. Okay, so now it wants us to roll it out, but it is wet, but it's not sticky. So we are going to definitely have to use some of this flour on the board, or else we are gonna just have it all over our hands. And I will show you in a minute. Raw dough and I are not friends. I've come to realize this. No. And it's funny because I don't mind the texture and the feeling of like Play-Doh and like, what's that, the kids, the kinetic sand and stuff. That I don't mind. But something, and I don't mind raw chicken, and I know a lot of people have issues with touching raw chicken. Could care less. But something about this, I think because it is a little sticky, not a fan. So you're gonna keep flouring your bench or your table, whatever it is that you're on, until you can knead it out and it's not coming off on your hands like you've been slimed via the Ghostbusters. And guess what we watched the other night? The Ghostbusters. But we watched the one with the women. Melissa McCarthy, was it Leslie Dogg, Kristen Wiig, and oh God, what's her name? The girl from Saturday Night Live who does Hillary Clinton, and she does another character. Oh my God, it is so funny. Okay. We're getting there. Obviously, I'm gonna have to change my shirt, so either put on an apron or wear something that you don't care about getting dirty. We have the Pack Walk tonight, which is a local meetup. So if you're here in south part of Atlanta in the burbs, Peachtree City, Fayetteville, Sonoya, anywhere around there, it's totally free. And it's every Wednesday night we meet down in Sonoya, downtown Sonoya. Quick note, that's also where they film The Walking Dead. So it's literally all Walking Dead paraphernalia and tours and whatnot. It's super cool. So we walk around the entire downtown area 3 times as a pack. And it doesn't have to be service dogs, but there's a lot of service dogs in the pack, but it could just be your regular pet, but it's teaching you how to walk your dog properly and teaching them to be socialized with other dogs and to be part of a pack. So it's really, really useful, and it's been phenomenal with our dogs. I'll do a whole nother video on everything that's going on with our dogs. Stella, our black Doberman, is going through her early pre-training. This is just general manners I'm learning, and me how to down and telling her to stay and how far I can walk and stuff like that, which has been phenomenal. When she's done with that, she's gonna go into service dog training. And we're not sure yet, but we think that maybe Zoe, our other Doberman, our rescue Doberman, might as well. I will keep you up to date, let you know what's going on, and try to post some videos and stuff, and maybe give you a quick update here and there on what's happening. I just ordered Stella's service dog vest. That came in yesterday. So if we do go to the Pack Walk tonight, although we're not really sure yet because it's gonna pour, then she'll wear it so she could start getting used to when we go out walking, or if we go to training class, then she has to wear it. Okay, I think we are here. I'm going to quickly wash my hands, and I'll be right back to show you all the cutting and stuff like that. Okay, now that we are getting ready to cut our scones, my oven has been preheating to 425. I am going to either put down a Silpat, which is totally reusable. You just wipe it down. You can reuse this as much as you want. We use it for cookies all the time. But you can also get these, which are great too. The Reynolds Kitchen Wrap, and these are cookie baking sheets. They're pre-cut parchment paper, which I think these are genius. Mike happens to like to go to these. Sometimes I do as well. Sometimes it's just the Silpat. So today we are going to use the Silpat, put it on my cookie sheet, which has seen better days apparently. It's all good. It's all good, people. Okay, now it says to cut it into circles like biscuits, but we're not gonna do that. We are going to cut it into kind of like triangles, but okay, so I'm gonna cut mine into triangles. Now we could either spray the sheet with like a baking spray, or you could just put some flour down, whichever you have. And then we're just gonna place them a certain angle apart, because that made absolutely total sense, didn't it? A certain angle apart. I was going to add chocolate chips, but with all of my yapping and talking, I forgot to add them. So it's fine. When they come out of the oven, there will be like a plain vanilla. I can either give David a little bit of Nutella to put on there, or just eat them plain. It doesn't matter. So they're not going to puff up too much, especially like cookies if you're expecting that. So we are going to put them in the oven, and how long do we have to wait? 10 to 12 minutes, and then we will magically come back. Okay, I'm still in love with this headband. This is the wood from Etsy that I posted a few videos about. I love this thing. I wear it all the time. It's perfect for those not so great days. So I have not been looking at the different recipes and what's coming up next. I only look when I'm getting ready to make the next one, although Mike has gone through it and looked at all the recipes. And there's one that he wants to do with us. So if you have the book, take a guess, let me know what you think it is. If you don't have the book, then you'll just have to wait for that glorious day that he helps us. So I'm going to finish my tea. I'm going to clean up this mess, and then by that time, we should be right back. with our fresh scones. Maybe I'll break out some raspberry jam. Maybe I'll break out some Nutella. Maybe both. I don't know. See you in a minute. All right, guys, should we make him try it? Because what's a better taste tester than your husband, right? By the way, this is Mike, the husband. Do you want jam or no jam?
I like jam. Do they have seeds or are they seedless?
Stop it. It's raspberry.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
I'm not feeding it to you. I don't really want to feed you. Chin chin.
Chin chin.
Mmm.
There you go.
They're good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Third time was a charm.
Did you
Hmm?
do 3 times to make it today?
No, remember I made a recipe at the beginning of quarantine?
Oh yeah.
And then I tried, what, a couple of years ago?
Yeah, those weren't that good. This is good. The bar was low, so it was good.
Was it good?
Yeah, good job.
All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with Mike and I. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.